Well, everybody, we made it to conference championship weekend. It is officially time. We have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. It is college football Saturdays here. But, of course, in today's video, we, of course, are going to be predicting the conference championship games. We're going to talk about them, break them down, give our thoughts on who I think is going to win each game, obviously. And, yeah, we'll be breaking down every single Power Four and even the American Conference Championship game because that has huge implications on the college football playoff committee rankings. So if you're into college football, hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Later today, we may or may not have a video talking about all the coaching hirings because there's a lot. Auburn got their guy in Alex Golesh. If you did not see that yesterday, we'll talk about that. Of course, give our thoughts on that probably in a different video, so stay tuned for that. Hit that sub button tomorrow. We will, of course, have our NFL prediction video. We will also we'll talk a little college football playoff rankings that were last night because we got some stuff we got to talk about with Miami and Notre Dame, Vanderbilt, all of that stuff. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. Lots of content coming here. Sorry for not posting yesterday. Yesterday was just a mess regarding pretty much life stuff. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be out at Noah Moss's signing day. I don't know if you guys saw, but he committed to NC State literally about 30 minutes ago at the time of recording this video. So congratulations to him. And yeah, let us go ahead and hop right in to these conference championship predictions in college football. All right, so kicking us off on Friday night, this is probably the most important game of the weekend it is the biggest game of the weekend because it is a group of five. One playoff spot is on the line. North Texas, 11-1, goes to Tulane in the American Athletic Conference. This game is going to be so fun, and I cannot wait to watch both of these offenses. I think these offenses are going to put up numbers in this game. For some reason, it's telling me that the vibe of this game is going to be a shootout. I cannot wait for it. North Texas, they come in 11-1, red hot to start the year. Tulane 10-2. Obviously, they did have a scare against South Alabama. They did play a little bit better competition than North Texas did. So again, that kind of factors in their two losses right there. But I'm very curious to see if North Texas can get a stop on defense, the important stop on defense when it matters. I think if they do, then obviously they're going to win this game. I am picking North Texas to win the American Conference and make it to the college football playoff to represent the group of five, kicking us off in just an absolute banger weekend of conference championship matchups. Moving on to Saturday, the Big 12. This is the rematch that we all wanted. BYU going into Texas Tech, or excuse me, not going into, but it is going to be played in Arlington and Dallas. So it is kind of a home game for Texas Tech in that matter. Texas Tech is 11-1. Morton's been playing really good football. There's been rumors that BYU's coach is trying to leave and go to Penn State. I don't know how true those rumors are. So, again, I don't know. I'm not the one to ask on that, that's for sure. Obviously, BYU, their offense has been playing really good football. They struggled in that first matchup against Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech put a lot of pressure there at the defensive line. They rushed the quarterback a lot during that game, and ultimately that is kind of what led them to the win, which opened up the playbook for the offense to do that. I think if they replicate that, then they're going to win this game. I'm rocking with the Red Raiders to get the job done. I know a lot of people are banking on BYU losing and Alabama losing, which we'll talk about here in a second, for their team to make the college football playoff. Example, Miami, Vanderbilt, Notre Dame. All of those guys are kind of hoping that they can sneak in there at the last second thanks to this extra conference championship game. With that being said, BYU plays their brand of football. If they kind of just play who they are, they stay course. They try to switch it up in that first meeting against Texas Tech. Didn't really work out too well. They have a shot to win this game, but I'm going to go with the Red Raiders to get the job done. Moving on to the SEC championship game. That is Alabama and Georgia. Georgia 11-1, Alabama 10-2. Man, Auburn should have won that Iron Bowl. Everybody knows we should have won that Iron Bowl, but it is what it is. Move on, new coach. Let's turn the page and, of course, see what we can do. Now, with that being said, Alabama's still a very good football team, and Ryan Williams had 0 targets and 0 catches. If Ryan Williams does not play in this game, Georgia's going to win this football game. Their best player is going to be double Jeremy Bernard on offense. Jermaine Bernard on offense is going to be, of course, the guy for Alabama if Ryan Williams does not play. With that being said, Gunnar Stockton has been playing really good football. I think they had a little bit of a struggle there against Alabama in that first meeting, but again, like I said, if Georgia can get off to a hot start, put some pressure on Ty Simpson just like Auburn did last weekend, then Georgia has a chance to get the job done. And I think that they do this time and win it in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Moving on to the big one. Saturday night, of course, on Fox, 12-0 Indiana, 12-0 Ohio State, number 1 versus number 2. College Game Day passed on this one to go to the rematch of Alabama, Georgia, which is just absolutely wild. In my opinion, I think they should have gone to number 1 versus number 2. But this is going to be a game for the ages. Both of these offenses are really talented. Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sand, Mendoza, obviously on the other side, is a Heisman Trophy candidate right now. Indiana, man, they have tall, lengthy receivers, and I ultimately think that they can win this football game. Now, it's going to take near perfect football for them to do it, but I'm rocking with the Hoosiers to get the job done. Ohio State last year, they won the Big Ten against Oregon, and all Ohio State really has to do is play their brand of football. But we saw it early on in the Michigan game. If Michigan can put a little pressure on Julian Sand, then ultimately there is kind of sort of that, hey, that puts pressure on them to kind of do the right things, if you guys know what I'm saying. Indiana can replicate that and totally win this game. But like I said, I'm going to predict the Indiana Hoosiers to upset the Ohio State Buckeyes in a matchup that is number 1 versus number 2. It's going to be a great game regardless of college football, but I do think that the Indiana Hoosiers are going to get the job done. Moving on to the last one. This could really cause some chaos in the college football playoff, and I'm very curious to see because tonight's going to be a good vague on where the committee kind of puts Duke and Virginia. Like I said, it's the ACC championship game in the Duke Blue Devils versus the Virginia Cavaliers. Don't get me wrong. I think Virginia's going to win this game. But if Duke were to upset Virginia, it's going to completely cause the college football playoff in chaos, basically. So Vanderbilt, I'm sure, is probably hoping that Duke wins this game, but I'm going to go with Virginia to get the job done. Their offense can turn on the Jets whenever they need it to, and I think against a very lackluster Duke defense, ultimately, Virginia is going to get the win to close us out, of course, on Saturday night in Conference Championship Week. But you guys, let me know, of course, your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Like I said, later today, we may or may not have a video regarding college football coaching hires. We shall see, so stay tuned for that. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. A great slate of college hoops tonight as well with the ACC SEC Men's Challenge. We got North Carolina, Kentucky, Duke, and Florida going at it tonight. Going to be just overall some great basketball tonight, and can't wait for it. Super Tuesday, as they would say in men's college basketball. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. Lots of stuff happening in the world of sports. Thank you all so much for watching this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.